That is going to be with. Thank you so much, Priti. Yeah. So now the choroid proper. So that is the one which is going to be, that red color ka part that can be seen in the diagram, and it's going to be the one which is lining the entire retina. So here you can see this. ये जो येलो पार्ट को पूरी तरह से रैप कर रहा है ना, ये रेड वाला पार्ट, ये देखो यहाँ से, दिस एंटायर वन इज गोइंग टू बी योर कोरॉइड, दिस रेड वन बाहर से, yes, upper as well as lower, entire one. Okay, then we come to ciliary bodies. Now these are something very important that you have to know better. What are ciliary bodies? So it is a thick muscular ring-like structure at the junction of choroid and the iris. So in this diagram you can see this. This area is going to be the iris area. Okay, and this is the choroid area. तो ये जो thickened portion दिख रहा है तुम्हें, ये वाला thick area, this thickened portion ऊपर भी है और ये देखो बेटा इधर नीचे भी है. So this thickened portion will be called as ciliary body. Fine, understood the location where exactly is the ciliary body? Yeah, so it is going to be the ciliary body. Its epithelium secretes aqueous humor. So ये जो aqueous humor है यहाँ पर, ये कौन secrete कर रहा है? ये जो ciliary body वाला area है ना, ये वाला ये कर रहा है aqueous humor. Okay. Attached to the ciliary body are suspensory ligaments which holds the lenses. So here you can see the suspensory ligament लिखा है यहाँ पर. Look at this. यहाँ पर suspensory ligament लिखा है and you can see the position here. So ये ciliary body को attached होता है ये suspensory ligaments which will be attached with the lens. This is going to be the lens. This blue color part जो दिख रहा है, this is going to be the lens. So here also you can see the suspensory ligaments. Here also you can see the suspensory ligaments very clearly. Okay. Yeah. The ligaments and muscles of the ciliary body help in the adjustment of the size of the lens. So whether the, it depends on the light intensity, whether the lens has to be squeezed or whether it has to be relaxed. Okay. So who would constrict or dilate the lens? It's going to be in the hands of who? The ligaments of the muscles of the ciliary body. Okay. Third part and the concluding part is going to be the iris. It is also going to be a part of choroid itself. Okay. Iris at the junction of sclera and cornea. Please don't get confused between these parts. The junction between sclera and cornea. Okay. Here you can see the iris is going to be present. Okay. The vascular part of the choroid sharply bends into the cavity of the eyeball, forming a thin and colored partition called as iris. So here you can see how it is coming into the eyeball, this iris wala part. तो ये जो नीचे ऐसे आ रहा है ना, रेड वाला ही पोर्शन है, ये ciliary body का extension, this part, this is the iris. Okay, the red part itself is going to be the iris. It's going to be thinned out now. It is perforated in the middle by an aperture called as pupil. So you can see there is an aperture over here. Aperture का मतलब है opening. ये देखो, यहाँ पर एक opening दिखाई दे रहा है आपको. This opening will be called as pupil. So it's like hanging like this way. It's not completely closed. It's hanging in this fashion. So there's an opening in between. You can see my hands. You can see both my hands, right? So exactly in the center there's an opening. That opening will be called as pupil. Okay? So it's going to be the pupil. Yeah. Smooth muscles of the iris help in regulating the size of the pupil depending upon the intensity of light entering into the eyeball. So if there is less light, then this pupil will get enlarged, and if there is a lot of light coming in, into your eyes, it will get reduced. Fine. The pigment in the iris determines the color of the eye. So our eye color is determined by the pigment of the iris. So some people have got jet black eyes, some have got brown eyes, some have got gray, blue, green eyes, gray eyes, है ना? ये सारे अलग-अलग shades हैं आँखों के. You get so many different colors of the eye because of the presence of the pigment present in this iris. Now, which pigment is present and why does it make that peculiar color is something that we'll be talking about in genetics. That's a part of genetics. Okay. No, it isn't melanin beta. It isn't melanin. There are different pigments which are associated with the eye color of the iris that we'll be talking about in the chapter of genetics. But at least now you know that the color of the eye is determined by the pigments present in the iris. So ये जो अपने आंखों का कलर है ना वो iris का कलर है, technically speaking. Okay. Well, so these are the three parts of our choroid. ठीक है. Then we come to lens. It is a transparent elastic biconvex structure. It is suspended in the eyeball by the suspensory ligaments. The lens and suspensory ligaments divide the cavity of the eyeball into a small anterior aqueous chamber filled with a clear watery fluid of aqueous humor and a posterior large vitreous chamber filled with jelly-like vitreous humor. तो ये important point क्यों है? ये देखो बेटा, ये lens है. This is the lens. ये साइड पे है aqueous humor. Aqueous का मतलब क्या होता है? Aqua means water. Okay, so this is the chamber which will be filled with watery fluid called as aqueous humor. While इसके लेंस के अंदर के साइड पे this is going to be called as the vitreous chamber which will be filled by jelly like substance. So लेंस के बाहर के तरफ watery fluid, लेंस के opposite side internal तरफ it's going to be a jelly like substance. So please don't get confused between aqueous humor and vitreous humor. Aqueous chamber and vitreous chamber. Okay. Now, what is the function of that jelly-like substance? What is the function of this vitreous chamber? Okay, they will never get mixed because of the lens in between. There's going to be lens in between, nah? So they'll never get mixed. What is the function of the vitreous humor? See, it maintains shape of the eyeball and it also maintains pressure for keeping the lens in position. So the lens has to be, like precisely held in that particular area only. तो एक प्रेशर क्रिएट करते हैं. कॉन्वेक्स, yes बेटा, it is convex, biconvex in fact. Okay, so it will maintain a pressure to hold the lens in place so that the lens would not shuffle from here and there. So it will be keeping the lens in place. Who? The vitreous chamber, that jelly like thing. ठीक है. Third comes the retina. It is the innermost delicate non-vascular light sensitive layer. रेटाइना में ब्लड वेसल्स नहीं होते हैं. प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस. ये बहुत बार आया है क्वेश्चन. मैनी स्टूडेंट्स गेट कंफ्यूज. रेटाइना का जो न्यूट्रिशन है इट विल बी टेकन केयर बाय द कोरोइड. सो देयर इज नो ब्लड फ्लो डायरेक्टली इन्वॉल्व्ड इन रेटाइना. ओके. It has two regions, a single layer of pigmented non-sensory part lining the iris and the ciliary body. And second, it has the sensory part lining the choroid. तो choroid के अंदर जो yellow color का layer है, that is going to be sensory. Means it is going to help in making the image. Okay, and the one which is towards the iris and the ciliary body, that particular layer of the retina is pigmented. But it is not sensory. It is not associated directly with vision. Well, then it has an outer pigmented part and inner nervous part. The inner nervous part is transparent and made up of three layers. Who? The retina. Okay. Outer photosensitive layer made up of rods and cone cells. Middle layer of bipolar nerve cells. I had already told you all about the single multipolar, bipolar and monopolar neurons हमने किया था. और तभी हमने bipolar neurons बोले थे कि retina of eye में होते हैं, अगर आपको याद है तो. Yeah, exactly. So that is what we are talking about. So outer photosensitive layer, so it is going to be the one which will sense the light. Okay, because it's going to have rods and cones. उसके नीचे रेटाइना का और एक लेयर है which is going to be the middle layer containing the bipolar neurons. okay, and inner layer of the ganglionated cells or the ganglion cells. The nerve fibers from the basal end of the ganglion cells collectively form the optic nerve. So we know ganglion is what? It is nothing but the connector area between the two neurons, right? So there will be several neurons associated with each other, which will eventually emerge out as optic nerve. So look at this. You can see this optic nerve coming out, right? So this forms your optic nerve, which is going to be coming out of the ganglions. ठीक है बेटा, तो ये देखो, ये येलो वाला पार्ट आपको दिखाई दे रहा है. यू कैन सी दिस येलो पार्ट नियर द लेंस. इट इज पिगमेंटेड बट नॉन सेंसरी. दिस इज गोइंग टू बी सेंसरी. सेंसरी एरिया में इट हैज गॉट 3 layers. The sensation for light वाला layer that is containing cones and rods. उसके नीचे रहेगा middle layer made up of bipolar neurons, and third will be the ganglionated area, which will emerge out as optic nerves. So any difficulty in understanding retina? Structure में किसी को कोई problem है? Anyone not followed any point? Yeah, this is what it looks like it's going to be shown over here. The blind spot is an area diagonally opposite to the lens. It is the area of retina from where the optic nerve and blood vessels leave the eyeball. So it's practically not going to have any rods or cones in that zone. Therefore, it is called as the blind spot. Okay. There are no rods and cone cells in this region. Therefore, usko blind kehte hain. An area lateral to and above the blind spot is called as yellow area, called as macula lutea. Macula का मतलब है yellow color. Okay, lutea का मतलब होता है spot. So there is going to be a yellow spot exactly above and sideways to this particular blind spot. This macula lutea का ये जो yellow spot है, उसको हम है ना fovea भी कहते हैं. We call it as fovea. So at its junction, at its center, there is a depression called as fovea centralis. वो लोविया हुआ है, it is fovea, F-O. Please make these changes, otherwise you will mark wrong things and come in your exam. It's F. I think so. इनके बुक के फॉन्ट में है ना F recognize नहीं हो रहा है, तो वो फ्रिजिड को ट्रिजिड लिखा गया था, ये फोविया को लोविया लिखा गया है. It is F. Okay. So it's called as fovea centralis. It has maximum density of cone cells, and it is the place for formation of sharpest vision. So maximum acuity, maximum perfection of the image seen is due to this particular spot called as fovea, which lies in the macula lutea. तो यहाँ पर आपको देखने को मिल रहा है बेटा fovea. So this is the blind spot. उसके ऊपर और उसके बाजू में, it is up and on the side of blind spot, we have got this fovea. It is a small depression. ऐसा अंदर की तरफ एक depression जाते हुए दिख रहा है तुम्हें. It is a small depression present in this macula lutea area, and it is going to be having maximum acuity. सबसे ज़्यादा perfect image उस particular fovea में बनती है. Fine. Yeah. So the rods and the cone cells lie deep in the retina, so that light has to pass through the ganglion and bipolar cells before reaching them. Okay. Photoreceptor cells, there are 2 types of cells, rods and cones. They contain light-sensitive proteins termed as photopigments. The cones are responsible for daylight. This को photopic vision कहते हैं, while the scotopic vision means night vision. Okay. Is going to be due to the rods. So when the rods function, while the rods function in the dim light, which is called as photopic vision. The purple red protein called as rhodopsin is present in the rods, which is a derivative of vitamin A. तो ये जो rhodopsin नाम का जो pigment है, right? It is derived from vitamin A. इसलिए आपने शायद स्कूल लेवल में पढ़ा होगा कि to have a good eyesight you should eat lot of carrots. Have you all heard about this? Because carrots are going to contain vitamin A, which will improve your eyesight. Yes, retinol. Yes, yes, Ritika. Very good. It's called as retinol. Exactly. So it is associated with retina. So how is it associated? See, so the purple red protein called as rhodopsin is present in the rods, which is a vitamin A derivative. The cones are of three types, which contain their own characteristic photopigments that respond to red light, green light, and blue lights. Various combinations of these cones and their photopigments produces sensation of different colors. So you can see, you see around you and you will see shades of different colors. You just look out of your window, you will be able to see different shades of green alone. सारे प्लांट्स है, सारे ट्रीज है, लेकिन उनके भी अपने आप में अलग अलग ग्रीन के शेड्स है और वो आपको दिखाई दे रहे हैं. You can actually feel, you can actually sense those colors. It is because of this particular characteristic of our eyes. Okay. The sensation of white light is produced due to simultaneous equal stimulation of these three types of cones. So whenever we see white light now, at that time, all these three types of cones are, activated simultaneously. Only then we can see white color. Yeah, it's only with the rod. No, nothing. Yes, Vaishnavi, you're right. Okay. Yeah. So it is going to be the stimulation of the three types of cones. Rods क्या बोला है उन्होंने? Rods में एक ही pigment है, rhodopsin. Cones में अलग अलग pigment है जो red color sense करते हैं, green color sense करते हैं, and blue color sense करते हैं. वो cones का काम है. Yeah. Yes, Siddhika, you're right, beta. So this is going to be like different combinations उनके हो जाएंगे तो हमें अलग अलग कलर के शेड्स दिखाई देंगे या अलग अलग कलर्स दिखाई देंगे, right? The optic nerve, the one which is coming out, right, consists of fibers arising from the base of the ganglion cells. It leaves the eyeball from the posterior side, back side, and carries visual impulses from the retina to the brain. You know where is the vision वाला area. उस दिन हमने पूरा डिटेल में किया हुआ है बेटा. So I'm sure you know where is the vision का part, optic part. So the impulse will be carried up to that brain ka part where that particular image will be interpreted. Okay, got it? So see now, here you can see the light is coming over here. हाँ, यहाँ पर light आ रही है, ये देखो. These are the nerve fibers. This is going to see, they all are coming together and merging together to form the optic nerve. Okay, here you can see the ganglionated cell. Means what? This is the end of one neuron, this is the beginning of the other. So ये interactive area है यहाँ पर ये पूरा, right? This is your amacrine cell. I'll tell you what is it later on. These are your bipolar neurons. These are the horizontal cells. You can see over here the cone. ये देखो, ये ऐसा नीचे जो आ रहा है वो cone है, और ये जो सीधे सीधे है वो rods है. Can you see? So we have got a mixture of rods, cones, rod, cones, rods, rods. This is the pigmented epithelium. This is the choroid. This is the sclera. So I hope you all have understood the three layers of the retina, which I had told are in yellow color. Correct? Yes. Now, how does the image actually happen? So generation of the image, the light rays from the objects pass through the conjunctiva, that is the outermost membranous layer. Yes, Krishna, yes. So the light rays from the object pass through the conjunctiva, reaches the cornea. From the cornea, it will reach the pupil. Through the pupil, upon the lens, which will be focused directly onto the retina to form an image. Correct? In the visual area of the cerebrum, the nerve impulses are analyzed and the image formed is eventually recognized. So आप क्या देख रहे हो ये आपका ब्रेन ही बता रहा है. तो ब्रेन तक इम्पल्स लेके जाने का काम आपका ऑप्टिक नर्व कर रहा है. Right? Correct? Understood how the image is being formed. So right now you are looking at the screen wherein you can see me as well as you can see the content, whatever is there. So how are you reading each and every word, every alphabet and everything? Your brain. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. It is actually inverted. Yes. That you might have done in physics, na? Real and inverted and all those things. वो convex lens and concave lens से, हाँ, मुझे याद है, मैंने उतना फिजिक्स पढ़ा है भाई. I remember, yeah, ray optics. I remember that. And I was very good at doing those diagrams. इमेज कहाँ पड़ेगी, कैसे पड़ेगी, किधर आएगा, क्या करेगा, कौन से एंगल से कैसा जाएगा, वो रेस, इतना मस्त डायग्राम बनाती थी ना मैं वो फिजिक्स के. I still remember all those things. Well, what is accommodation? The lens makes fine adjustment to bring a sharp focus on the retina. The ability of the lens by which the light ray from far and near objects is focused on the retina is called as accommodation power of the lens. So try to accommodate the way you are looking at it. So if you are looking at a big picture, accordingly उसका image आएगा. अगर बहुत छोटा देख रहे हो तो accordingly उसका image बनाया जाएगा. Yeah, biology men are always good at diagrams. Yeah, man, seriously. I used to love that part because उसमें diagram आता ही था. 3 marks के लिए boards में exam में हमारे आता था वो diagram. And I used to just keep my fingers crossed. 3 marks पक्के मेरे physics में. Well, so yeah, that's about the eye. You can see over here, in general, they have given the flow chart and nicely they have given. See, changes in the retina when light rays fall on it. Light falls on the rods and cone cells in the retina, breaking up of light sensitive pigments by specific wavelength of light, stimulation of rods and cone cells, and generation of nerve impulse. Nerve impulses transmitted to the bipolar nerve cells. Nerve impulses from the bipolar will now be transported to the ganglion cells. Nerve impulses in the axons of the ganglion cells converge and leave via the optic nerve. So you have seen all of them, how they are converging and they're trying to, move out of the optic nerves. Nerve impulse is transmitted by the optic nerve to the brain, and perception of image of the brain cells in visual area of the cerebrum. This is how we get the image. That's all with your eye. No, they are not there as a part of this, but myopia and all those things are not there in the syllabus. Breaking of wavelengths, interruption. A particular way, wavelength the light aa raha hai, it will be hit on the rods and the cones. It will get disrupted. Okay, that means it is going to break the rhodopsin into, the purple and the red pigments. Separate हो जाएगा वो rhodopsin जो है वो break down होता है. Iodopsin and rhodopsin, basically these are the 2 pigments. Okay, they dissociate because of this falling light. Eye simple, understood all of you? Okay, let's go to the most interesting part and the concluding part of this chapter. That's going to be the ear. Okay, you always listen to me, I know, but do you listen to me? यहाँ से सुन के यहाँ से बाहर या यहाँ से इधर स्टोर होता है वो आपको ही पता. बट ऊपर वाले ने एक ऐसा ऑर्गन बनाया है which cannot be shut. Yeah, diseases related to nervous system are very little, 1 or 2, not much they have given in now. You cannot shut your mouth. Even if someone tells me stop your lecture, I'll not stop. I'll keep on talking. है ना, मेरी मर्जी, मुझे मुंह बंद रखना है कि मुझे चालू रखना है. It cannot be stopped. ईयर एक ही ऐसा है कि अगर तुम उसमें उंगलियां भी डालते हो ना, you don't want to listen to something, still at least something will come to your ears. Yeah, you don't want to see something, you close your eyes. You don't want to say something, you keep your mouth shut. But you don't want to hear something, no option, you have to hear. So your ear to hear is always open. There's no shutter to it, right? Well, but it is not only with respect to hearing, it's also with respect to balancing. So let us talk about this ear. That's going to be the human ear, which is called as statoacoustic organ. So the human ear is called as statoacoustic organ and it has two functions, hearing and body equilibrium, जिसको हम balancing भी कहते हैं. Anatomically, the ear is made up of three parts: external ear, middle ear, and internal ear. Okay. That is what you don't pay attention. You pay attention is a different story. That's why I said you can hear from one ear and leave it from the other. ऐसे कहा जाता है. But चाहे कुछ भी हो जाए, तुम्हारा attention हो या तुम्हारा attention ना हो, sound waves तो realize होती है brain में. Correct? So they won't be recorded in the sulci and the gyri of your brain if you're not paying attention. तुम्हारे sulci and तुम्हारे gyri जो brain के है ना, वो खाली पड़ेंगे अगर तुमने ध्यान से नहीं सुनी बात तो. और अगर ध्यान से सुनी तो तुम्हारे sulci and gyri में कुछ ना कुछ तो जाके लॉजन हो ही जाएगा. So whenever you will start reading this, start revising this content, you will realize, हाँ ये कुछ तो बताया था. I remember about it. Correct? Well, so the external ear consists of ear pinna, auditory canal, and tympanic membrane. Okay? So you know the external pinna, right? Auditory canal. So here you can see the diagram of ear. Yes. See here, beta. This is going to be the ear pinna. ये पूरा का पूरा जो है ये ear pinna है. This is the auditory canal. It's also called as auditory meatus. Okay, ये पूरा canal, right? Then ear pinna, auditory canal, and tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane is your eardrum. ये देखो, this eardrum, green in color, is going to be called as what? Tympanic membrane. Okay, so just like if you have seen drums, so how it has got a stretched membrane over it. So more is the stretched condition, better would be the sound production. Correct? In the same way, even our ear membrane is a, tympanic membrane is a stretched membrane. Okay, on which the sound waves will come and hit. Okay, so it's going to be made up of three things. External ear is made up of three things: pinna, auditory canal, and tympanic membrane. In humans, the ear pinna is immovable part supported by elastic cartilage structure. It leads into the auditory canal. The pinna collects and sends the sound waves into the auditory canal. So it's actually going to, like bring all the sound waves inside the auditory canal. Okay. The auditory canal ends at the eardrum. It transfers the sound waves from it transfers the sound waves to the eardrums. There are very fine hair and wax secreting sebaceous glands in the skin of the pinna. You might have seen this, you might have experienced this. When you put your finger inside your auditory canal, you may find a bit sticky fluid coming out of it. Earwax कहते हैं हम लोग को, है ना? So there are very fine hair and wax secreting sebaceous glands in the skin of the pinna as well as the auditory canal. Okay, of the pinna and the auditory canal. The tympanic membrane or the eardrum is delicate membranous structure which transmits the sound waves to the middle ear. So ये अगर मेरा eardrum है, यहाँ पर अगर कुछ hit होता है तो ये side पे जो भी कुछ है ना उसके ऊपर वो pressure जाता है. So here, if this is my tympanic membrane, इसके पीछे के ये side में there is going to be what? The middle ear. So this is the tympanic membrane, this is the middle ear. Okay, this way. So the tympanic membrane is delicate membranous structure which transmits the sound waves to the middle ear. It is formed of connective tissue covered with skin on the outside and mucous membrane on the inside. Okay. The middle ear consists of what all things? Very important again. The middle ear after the eardrum. Yes, but the middle ear will start after the eardrum. Correct. So the middle ear consists of chain of 3 ear ossicles called as malleus, incus, and stapes. Malleus, incus, and stapes. which resembles a hammer, an anvil, and stirrup. So ये देखो, I'll show you the diagram. You will come to know it very clearly. Yeah. See here. You can see over here, this is the malleus. ये देखो. Right? This is the incus. This only ऊपर वाला white part. Okay? और ये जो है ना ये, this is the stirrup. That is the stapes. तो ये क्या करता है? Hammer पता है आपको? Hammer. And anvil पता है? What is anvil? ANVIL. English word है ये. You know what is anvil? Never heard of it? Hammer, anvil. हैमर जिसके ऊपर वो नेल पे जिसके ऊपर चलता है, वो नेल का ये जो गोल वाला पार्ट होता है ना, जिसके ऊपर हमारा हैमर चलता है, that circular part of a screw or that nail का flat part circular वाला, okay, that is called as anvil. So when you hit the nail with a hammer, what happens? The nail seems to go inside, right? But technically वो जो hitting है वो कहाँ पर हो रहा है? उस गोल पोर्शन पे हो रहा है, नेल के, तो उसको हम एनवील कहते हैं. ओके फाइन. एंड स्टरअप का मतलब होता है बेड़िया, जो हाथ में डाली जाती है पुलिस आकर, दैट इज कॉल्ड अ स्टरअप. सो दे लुक लाइक दैट, सो इट इज गिवन द नेम अकॉर्डिंगली. सो लुक एट दिस. ये नहीं लग रही है तुम्हें? हाथों की बेड़ी नहीं लग रहे? हैंड्स अप करके अगर पुलिस आते हैं तो ये डाल देते हैं हाथ, right? Yeah. So this is your malleus, incus, and stapes. Some people call it as stapes, जो आपको the way you want to pronounce it. So this is a part of what? Middle ear. So green वाला part तक is going to be your external ear. Beyond this starts the middle ear. Okay. So this pinkish portion is going to be the middle ear. Pinkish portion में ये white वाले region जो है, these are the 3 ossicles. We call them as 3 ear ossicles. Okay. Yeah. So these are the 3 ear ossicles called as malleus, incus, and stapes. On receiving the vibrations from the tympanic membrane, the ear ossicles amplify the vibrations and transfer it to the inner ear, which will be containing cochlea. So अभी तक inner ear का हम बात नहीं कर रहे. We are just talking about the middle ear. So what will happen? Just imagine, just like your dominoes effect, है ना? तो ये ईयर ड्रम पे अगर धक्का लगता है, वाइब्रेशंस आते हैं, साउंड वेव्स, तो ये ईयर ड्रम क्या हो रहा है? देखो, द ईयर ड्रम इज मूविंग व्हेन इट एंड हिटिंग इट. सो व्हेनेवर साउंड वेव्स विल कम, दिस ईयर ड्रम विल गो इन. ये अंदर जाके इधर कौन बैठा है? हु इज ओवर हियर बिसाइड द ईयर ड्रम? द मैलियस. तो मैलियस को धक्का लगेगा, तो मैलियस क्या करेगा? मैलियस के पीछे कौन बैठा है? इनकस बैठा है, तो मैलियस इनकस को धक्का देगा. आप समझ रहे हो क्या हो रहा है? तो ये पूरा जो है ना, ये पासिंग द पार्सल चल रहा है बेटा. दिस इज प्योरली पासिंग द पार्सल. Externally, sound waves are being collected by the pinna, sent into the auditory canal or the auditory meatus. The auditory meatus will focus this on the tympanic membrane. Tympanic membrane will start vibrating. तो जैसे ही tympanic membrane vibrate हो रहा है, ये किसको धक्का दे रहा है? मैलिस को वाइब्रेट कर रहा है. मैलिस किसको वाइब्रेट करा रहा है? इनकस को वाइब्रेट करा रहा है. और इनकस किसको वाइब्रेट करा रहा है? इनकस किसको वाइब्रेट करा रहा है? द स्टेप्स को. समझा ये कैसे जा रहा है अपना साउंड वेव? वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग ना, राइट? अब ये जो स्टेप्स जिधर मतलब हिट करेगा ना, उस एरिया को हम कहते हैं राउंड विंडो, ओवल विंडो. क्या कहते हैं? ओवल विंडो. ये ओवल विंडो पे धक 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 ठोकता रहेगा. ओवल विंडो के अंदर की तरफ कौन है? तो ओवल विंडो के अंदर की तरफ है कॉक्लिया, which they have mentioned over here. Okay, but we are not talking about the cochlea still, because yet the middle ear is to complete. अभी तक हमने completely देखा नहीं है middle ear में और क्या है. तो middle ear में 3 ear ossicles है, ये तो पक्का है, right? Now see, a short eustachian tube connects the middle ear to the pharynx. So here you can see, this is the eustachian tube जो नीचे आएगा. which will come here downwards. यहाँ से नीचे आएगा, यहाँ से नीचे आएगा. Okay, this is not the tube, this is the auditory tube. Okay, this is the auditory tube. Yeah, that is the reason it is near ear, nose and throat doctor, ENT specialist कहते हैं. तो ear and pharynx are connected with the throat region. Exactly. Okay. So यहाँ पर eustachian tube होगा बेटा, which is going to be a part of the middle ear. Which is going to be a part of the middle ear. So the eustachian tube connects the middle ear to the pharynx. It equalizes air pressure on both the sides of the eardrum. I don't know if you have ever gone to higher altitudes. आप कभी गए हो higher altitudes? Flight वाइट में बैठ के अगर कहीं गए हो ना, तो you can feel that there is sometimes complete numbness in our ears. And then we try to force the air outside via the ears. Have you all tried to do this? हाँ, नाक को बंद करके फिर पूरा जितना फोर्स है ना, नाक और मुंह पूरा बंद करके है ना, हिल स्टेशन, यस, हमें ना उस वो एयर का प्रेशर है ना, ईयर के थ्रू बाहर डालने की कोशिश करते हैं. इट इज पेनफुल, यस यस, इट इज वेरी पेनफुल समटाइम्स. ओके, व्हाई डू वी डू दैट? Because there is going to be this eustachian tube, and this eustachian tube is the one which is going to equalize the pressure inside our body and outside the body. So as we move towards the higher altitudes, the pressure will, what will happen with the pressure beta? Atmospheric pressure कम होगा कि ज़्यादा होगा? Exactly. Very correct. So to equalize the pressure, अंदर ज़्यादा हो गया है हमारे body में pressure, बाहर कम है. So to equalize, we do this. We try to throw away the air, excess of the air outside. Right? So it is purely because of this eustachian tube, and this eustachian tube is a part of middle ear. Eustachian tube has nothing to do with hearing. Hearing से associated अपने 3 जो malleus incustapes है, ear ossicles, they are associated with hearing. But balancing of air pressure, keeping an equilibrium, is the function of the eustachian tube, which is a part of the middle ear. ठीक है? Okay. Lastly, we come to the internal ear का part. The internal ear consists of labyrinth and vestibular apparatus. अब ये क्या है ये भी हम देखेंगे. पहले labyrinth क्या है देखेंगे, then vestibular apparatus क्या है वो देखेंगे. But हाँ, before that, external ear and middle ear जिधर तक हमने complete किया है, any difficulty? Any part which is not followed by anyone of you all, you want any, any doubts? Nothing? We'll move ahead. Okay. So let's come to the internal ear. Position of eustachian tube is going to be the, that particular, you can see that auditory, this thing nerve coming out. उसके बिल्कुल पीछे के तरफ है. Like this, parallel, comes out. It will get connected to the pharynx. Okay. Wait. Now the internal ear consists of labyrinth and vestibular apparatus. Labyrinth consists of bony labyrinth and membranous labyrinth. These are filled with perilymph and endolymph respectively. The coiled portion of the labyrinth is called as the cochlea. अब ये बातें सब है, चलो ठीक है, good, fine, I understood. 2 types of labyrinth है, bony labyrinth है और membranous labyrinth है. एक के अंदर perilymph है, एक के अंदर endolymph है. चलो अच्छी बात है. How can you imagine this? ये imagine कर पाना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. Okay, see, this is going to be the cochlea, right? अब ये bony labyrinth किधर है, membranous labyrinth किधर है, ये क्या चल रहा है, ये कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा. करेक्ट? नहीं आने दो, ये तो समझ में आ जाएगा, ये समझ में आ जाएगा. Let us understand this diagram. Okay, this is human internal ear. Okay, this is the cochlear duct. मतलब यहाँ पर cochlea रहेगा अपना. करेक्ट? यहाँ पर कॉक्लिया रहेगा. ओके, तो ये कॉक्लिया है, ये देखो, दिस इज कॉक्लिया हियर. ओके, व्हेन आई टेक अ क्रॉस सेक्शन ऑफ दिस ना, एंटायर वन, तो मुझे ये ऐसे दिखाई देता है. आई कैन एक्चुअली सी दिस पर्टिकुलर थिंग. I can actually say this particular thing. Now what is this? Okay, ये सब कहानी इधर ही छोड़ के थोड़ा सा कुछ अच्छा बात करते हैं, है ना? लेट्स टॉक समथिंग गुड. मतलब ये बैड नहीं है, बट लेट्स टॉक समथिंग गुड. यू नो व्हाट इज दैट गुड? वड़ा पाव. दिस इज रियली गुड, इजंट इट? वड़ा पाव की बात करूं तो चलेगा? चलेगा? ये ईयर, ये बोनी लैब्रिन्थ, मेम्ब्रेनस लैब्रिन्थ, चलो ठीक है भाई, रहने दो, इधर है उधर. थोड़ा वड़ा पाव का बात कर लेते हैं. I always give you all practical examples where you can actually correlate. हाँ, seriously. अब जो वड़ा पाव होता है ना बेटा, वड़ा पाव खाया है कि खाया ही नहीं है कभी आप लोगों ने? खाया है ना? हाँ, फिर ठीक है. अरे मुंबई में रहते हो, मुंबई का स्टेपल फूड है भाई वड़ा पाव. हाँ, अब कैसे खाते हो तुम? एक हाथ में पाव लेते हो, एक हाथ में वड़ा लेते हो, एक पाव का बाइट लेते हो, एक वड़े का बाइट लेते हो, ऐसे करते हो? नहीं ना. हाउ डू यू ईट इट? एक साथ मतलब ऊपर पाव रखते हो, नीचे वड़ा रखते हो और खाते हो? हाँ, वड़े को पाव के अंदर डाल के स्टफ्ड. अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, इसका मतलब पहले पाव को कट करते हो? अरे इधर से स्टार्ट करो भाई, कम ऑन. मैं कैसे तुम्हें सिखाती हूँ? हाँ, पहले वड़े को बीच में से, नहीं सॉरी, पाव को बीच में से कट करते हो. करेक्ट. अब ऊपर भी पाव है, नीचे भी पाव है, बराबर? करेक्ट. वेरी नाइस. अब मैं तुम्हारी जगह पर हूं तो मैं क्या बोलती थी? पाव को पहले कट करती हूँ मैं, फिर ग्रीन चटनी लगाती हूँ मस्त अंदर से, दोनों तरफ तीखी वाली. रेड वाली चटनी का पाउडर रहता है ना, वो भी डालती हूँ. करेक्ट ना? फिर वड़ा डालती हूँ उसके बीच में. सिंपल सिंपल, वेरी गुड. अब जो वड़ा होता है ना, वड़ा, माउथ इज वाटरिंग. अरे मेरा भी आई लाइक वड़ा पाव एंड ऑल, बट सबको अच्छा लगता है भाई, किसको अच्छा नहीं लगता है? अब ये जो वड़ा होता है ना बेटा, वड़ा, वड़े में भी एक मजा होता है. वड़े में बहुत ज्यादा डिफरेंट वैरायटीज है. If you come to, I mean, those who are staying in Borivali, they would be knowing the famous vada pavs over here. But if you come to this area ना, मेरे एरिया में भी एक बहुत फेमस वड़ा पाव वाला है. उसका जो कवर होता है ना, वड़े का कवर, वो बहुत पतला होता है. It's very thin. But sometimes ना, if you go to some other place ना, तो वड़े का कवर बहुत थिक रहेगा. आपने खाए हैं ऐसे वेरिएशंस? वड़ा पाव ही, बट वो वड़ा जो रहता है उसका कवरिंग बहुत थिक, उस वड़े का कवरिंग बहुत थिन, ऐसा आपने कुछ खाया है? हाँ, इट डिपेंड्स ऑन द बैटर. यस, बेसन कैसे बनाए उस हिसाब से. यस यस यस, एग्जैक्टली एग्जैक्टली, है ना? तो वो जो ऊपर वाला कवरिंग है वो अलग बेसन का बना है, अंदर का जो स्टफिंग है वो आलू का बना है. अग्रीड और नॉट? हाँ या ना? हाँ. आज शाम को पक्का तुम लोग तुम्हारे मम्मी का जान खा लोगे मुझे वड़ा पाव चाहिए करके. आई एम श्योर अबाउट इट. एनीवेज, तो बेटा just imagine this pav with chutney spread on it, two types of chutneys, with vada inside, with a covering and आलू अलग से. टोटल ये इमेजिन करना डिफिकल्ट है क्या तुम लोग के लिए? Is it difficult to imagine all these things for all of you all? No, of course not. This is our internal ear. ये जो वड़ा पाव है ना, ये अपना इंटरनल ईयर है. स्वेयर में जोक नहीं कर रही हूँ. जो पाव है ना बेटा, पाव है ना, ऊपर भी पाव नीचे भी पाव, that is going to be your bony labyrinth. That is going to be your bony labyrinth. It will be filled with what? It will be filled with what? We have written perilymph. मतलब क्या? वो जो ऊपर का रूफ और पाव का बेस, ये हो गया अपना बोनी लैब्रिन्थ. और ये जो वड़ा अंदर आप स्टफ कर रहे हो ना, वो हो गया अपना मेम्ब्रेनस लैब्रिन्थ. which will be filled with endolymph, मतलब आलू. समझो इस पॉइंट को, कितना सिंपल है देखो. इट्स जस्ट अ वड़ा पाव. Bony labyrinth filled with perilymph, membranous labyrinth filled with, जैसे इधर आलू बोला वैसे एंडोलिम्फ. अब कुछ इमेजिन करना इजी हो गया तुम्हें. तो ये देखो बेटा, ये वड़ा पाव का ही है. ये देखो, ये देखो, लुक एट दिस. दिस आर द टू ब्रेड्स, द रूफ एंड द बेस, एंड इनसाइड इट स्टफिंग ऑफ व्हाट? वड़ा. वड़ा आउटर का कवरिंग का वो जो है थिन या थिक जो भी है वो, और ये सेंटर में जो आलू है ना बेटा, दैट इज ऑर्गन ऑफ कॉर्टाई. इजी. नाउ इट सीम्स सो इजी, इजंट इट? इतना इजी है. एक वड़ा पाव पता है तुम्हें, तो तुम्हें इंटरनल ईयर क्या नहीं समझेगा, मुझे बोलो. Now when we read it, you will understand it. Think from that perspective. Okay? Now it seems interesting, है ना? नहीं तो क्या बोल रही है ये यार, क्या समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, ऐसे हो रहा था कि नहीं? Now look at it. Now you will understand. See, the cochlea can, sorry, here. The internal ear, you will never forget it, na? Good. See, when you go to your first year MBBS, na, again you will have this portion. दैट टाइम है ना, जब वो उधर सर पढ़ाएंगे ना या मैडम पढ़ाएगी ना, तब हंसो मत जोर जोर से वड़ा पाव बोल के, नहीं तो पकड़ेंगे वो सर या मैडम तुम लोग को. बट अभी सुनो. द इंटरनल ईयर कंसिस्ट ऑफ लैबिरिंथ एंड वेस्टिबुलर apparatus. द लैबिरिंथ कंसिस्ट ऑफ bony labyrinth. Now you know what is to be considered as bony labyrinth, and membranous labyrinth. These are filled with perilymph and endolymph respectively. तो perilymph जो है वो ग्रीन चटनी, रेड चटनी. एंडोलिम्फ जो है वो आलू. सिंपल सिंपल है ना. द कॉइल पोर्शन ऑफ द लैबिरिंथ इज कॉल्ड एज कॉक्लिया. इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ कॉक्लिया ओनली. कॉक्लिया को जब हम ऐसे कट करते हैं ना, तो उसके अंदर ये सब दिखाई देता है. द कॉक्लिया कंटेन्स फ्लूइड filled with 3 chambers separated by Reisner's membrane and basilar membrane. अब जैसे आलू हमने बोला है, तो आलू के ऊपर भी बेसन का कवरिंग, बाजू में भी बेसन का कवरिंग, नीचे भी बेसन का कवरिंग, वैसे ही है बेटा. तो ऊपर वाला ब्रेड जो ब्राउन कलर का, डीप डार्क ब्राउन कलर का जो शेड होता है वड़ा पाव का, वड़े का, उसको, और बेसन का पार्ट जो आलू के ऊपर है, उन दोनों को जो सेपरेट करता है ग्रीन चटनी, रेड चटनी, दैट विल बी कॉल्ड एज रीजनर्स मेम्ब्रेन. और उस वड़े का जो बेस है और वो पाव का जो बेस है, उन दोनों के बीच में भी तो ग्रीन चटनी, रेड चटनी हमने डाला है, उसको हम कहेंगे बैसिलर मेम्ब्रेन. सो रीजनर्स मेम्ब्रेन, बैसिलर मेम्ब्रेन. रीजनर्स मेम्ब्रेन green and red chutney, basilar membrane also green and red chutney. Simple? Can you correlate? Good. Now see, the upper chamber towards the vestibule is called as scala vestibuli. तो ये जो brown color का ऊपर वाला part है ना अपना bread का, that will be scala vestibuli. And the bottom chamber will be called as scala tympani. Base of pav is scala tympani, apex of pav is scala vestibuli. Together it will be called as bony labyrinth. Easy? Easy? Good. Now, both are filled with perilymph. मैंने already बोला है. The middle chamber is the scala media, जहां पर आप पाव डालते हो. The area where you insert the vada, जहां आप पाव के बीच में से जो वड़ा insert करते हो ना, जिधर, that is going to be what? Scala media. It is filled with endolymph. Obviously, आलू भरा है उसमें. It is filled with endolymph. Vestibuli and tympani are filled with perilymph. पाव पेरिलिम्फ से बना, वड़ा एंडोलिम्फ से बना. The organ of Corti is a pea-sized structure located in the basilar membrane. तो ये जो नीचे का बेस है, उधर जो आपने मिर्ची डाला होगा, अगर आपको पसंद है तो, मुझे बहुत पसंद है मिर्ची, तो मैं उसमें वो ग्रीन वाली जो फ्राई की हुई मिर्ची वो लोग देते हैं ना वड़ा पाव वाले, वो उसके अंदर डालती हूँ मैं बेस पे. मस्त लगता है. इट्स वेरी टेस्टी विद दैट तीखा वाला वो जो एक फ्लेवर आता है ना यार, कसम से. What is that called as? Organ of Corti. सिंपल ना, इट इज ऑन द फ्लोर ऑफ स्केला मीडिया. अब समझा, बोनी लैबिरिंथ में स्केला वेस्टिबुलाई, स्केला टिम्पैनी, स्केला मीडिया, नीचे ऊपर रीजनस मेम्ब्रेन, बेसिलियर मेम्ब्रेन, बेस पे इसीलिए बेसिलियर मेम्ब्रेन. बेसिलियर मेम्ब्रेन एंड बड़े के बीच में जो मैंने मिर्ची डाली है, दैट इज ऑर्गन ऑफ कॉर्टाई. कोई डिफिकल्टी है इसमें? बता, फिर भी अगर कोई डिफिकल्टी है तो बोलो बेटा, बोलो हाँ डिफिकल्टी है. जब तक वड़ा पाव देखेंगे नहीं तब तक नहीं समझेगा. इस हिसाब से तो एटलीस्ट आज वड़ा पाव खाने को मिलेगा तुम्हें. हाँ, यू कैन टेल योर मम्मा I have to first look at that vada pav. वो ऊपर डार्क ब्राउन कलर है ना मम्मा, that will be scala tympani. ये जो बेस है ना वड़ा पाव के पाव का, that is scala vestibuli. ये पूरे को हम कहेंगे बोनी लैबिरिंथ, जो पेरीलिम्फ से भरा है. पेरीफेरी भी है ना, इसलिए पेरीलिम्फ से भरा है ना. ये जो अभी इसने बड़ा आ किया है मेरे पाँव ने, इसके सेंटर में अब मैं जो वड़ा डालने जा रही हूँ, उसके पहले मुझे ऊपर चटनी लगानी है. तो जो रूफ पे मैं चटनी लगा रही हूँ उसको मैं कहूंगी रीजनल मेम्ब्रेन. जो बेस पे मैं चटनी लगाने जा रही हूँ उसको मैं कहूंगी बेसिलियर मेम्ब्रेन. ये वड़ा बीच में डाला लेकिन मजा नहीं आ रहा है, थोड़ी सी और मिर्ची चाहिए, तो मैंने बेसिलियर मेम्ब्रेन पे मिर्ची डाल दी, जिसको कहेंगे ऑर्गन ऑफ कॉर्टाई. ये जो वड़ा डाला है उसको मैं कहूंगी स्केला मीडिया, मिडिल में है. एंड इट इज गोइंग टू कंटेन एंडोलिम्फ. आलू भरा पड़ा है. क्लियर? ओके. Yes, someone wanted to, tell me this again as a summary. So I guess I've already done. Now it's okay, beta. Now understood this? Till here, everything clear? यही सबसे important है, आगे तो कुछ नहीं, बहुत simple है. Okay? Yeah. The organ of Corti has a sensory epithelium over the basilar membrane. The sensory epithelium is in contact with the gelatinous tectorial membrane. Tectorial membrane मतलब क्या होता है? It is going to be the membrane which will get compressed to press the neurons or the receptors of hearing. Okay? So the sensory epithelium, किसका sensory epithelium? Organ of Corti का. तो जो मिर्ची हमने डाली थी ना उसका जो एपिथेलियम है, इट विल गेट कॉम्प्रेस्ड ओवर द टेक्टोरियल मेम्ब्रेन. जो मैंने रेड चटनी का लेयर डाला था वो वाला समझो. ओके, विल कम इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद द टेक्टोरियल मेम्ब्रेन. द सेंसरी सेल्स हैव सेंसरी हेयर ऑन देयर फ्री एंड, सो आल्सो कॉल्ड एज हेयर सेल. In between the rows of the hair cell are present supporting cells. So अलग अलग टाइप के सेल्स उस बेसिलियर मेम्ब्रेन पे रहेंगे. Hair cells have long, stiff microvilli called the stereocilia on their apical surfaces. Above the stereocilia, a jelly-like membrane will be present, which will be called as the tectorial membrane. Okay? So ये tectorial membrane है, ये hair cells है, तो क्या हो जाएगा? जैसे ही जो स्टेप्स है वो क्या करेगा? वो धक्का देगा. किसको धक्का देगा? ये पेरिलिम्फ को धक्का देगा. पेरिलिम्फ किधर धक्का देगा बेटा? पेरिलिम्फ पूरा प्रेशर किसके ऊपर डालेगा? एंडोलिम्फ पे डालेगा. एंडोलिम्फ किधर प्रेशर डालेगा? बेसिलियर मेम्ब्रेन पे डालेगा. बेसिलियर मेम्ब्रेन पे कौन है? बेसिलियर मेम्ब्रेन पे ऑर्गन ऑफ कॉर्टी है. ऑर्गन ऑफ कॉर्टी क्या करेगा? कॉम्प्रेस हो जाएगा. जैसे ही वो कॉम्प्रेस हो जाएगा, इट विल कम इन कॉन्टैक्ट विद द टेक्टोरियल मेम्ब्रेन. ओके, राइट? This organ acts as a transducer, converting sound vibrations into nerve impulses. So finally, the tectorial membrane will give the impulse to the brain region for interpreting the sound. Okay, this is how the entire system is going to work. Got it? तो मैं बैलेंस के इधर बाद में आती हूँ. बैलेंस वाला पोर्शन छोटा है और सिंपल है. पहले मैं मैकेनिज्म ऑफ हियरिंग इसके साथ ही है, इसलिए मैं करा रही हूँ. See, pin of the ear receives the sound waves and directs them into the eardrum. Eardrum vibrates, and these vibrations are amplified in the middle ear and transmitted to the ear ossicles to the endolymph inside the cochlea. तो अल्टीमेटली पेरिलिम्फ से ये एंडोलिम्फ में सारे वाइब्रेशंस पहुंच जाएंगे। वाइब्रेशन का मतलब क्या है? इट्स अ लिक्विड फिल्ड बोनी लैब्रिंथ। तो उसके अंदर जो लिक्विड है, पेरिलिम्फ जो है, इसमें एक वेव्स क्रिएट हो जाएंगे। वो वेव जो है वो स्केला मीडिया के अंदर आकर अपने ऑर्गन ऑफ कॉर्टाई तक पहुंच जाएंगे। So this generates wave in the endolymph. These waves induce ripples in the basilar membrane. Now the basilar membrane will also get the ripples of this. These movements in the basilar membrane cause the hair cells to get pressed against the tectorial membrane. Right? So now the basilar membrane will cause the tectorial membrane to squeeze. Right? This generates nerve impulse in afferent neurons. Impulse is sent to the brain via the auditory nerve. The auditory cortex of the brain decodes the sound and you can listen to whatever is being said. Okay, read this particular part. I'll just connect my laptop to the charger in a second. I'll come. By that time, एक बार ये read करो mechanism को. Yeah. So, well, this is about the mechanism of hearing. Any difficulty in understanding all these things? कोई difficulty है बेटा? How do we interpret the sound? Very well understood now? All of you? Okay, so that's all with our hearing mechanism. How this apna ear is associated with balancing, utna hi part bacha hai. Let us talk about it also. Okay. Inner ear and mechanism of balance. So besides the cochlea, the inner ear also has a vestibular apparatus, which is composed of 3 semicircular canals. So here you can see the 3 semicircular canals very clearly. Can you see? 1, 2, and 3, right? These are the 3 semicircular canals. Which and the utrico-saccular region with the otolith organ. Yes, so you can see over here utricle. Ye dekho, utricle. This is the saccule. So utriculo-saccular. तो यहाँ पर utricle है, यहाँ पर saccule है. Okay, utricular saccular regions कहते हैं हम लोग इसको. All 3 semicircular canals lie in different planes at right angles to each other. You can see the positions very clearly. They are at right angles to each other. Correct? These canals are filled with endolymph. So the same which is present in the scala media, same endolymph will be present in these 3 canals as well. The base of each of these canals has an ampulla in which there is a sensory spot called as crista. So ये swollen region दिखाई दे रहा है बेटा? Can you see this swollen region? 1, 2, and 3. These swollen areas will be called as crista, ampulla. And each ampulla will have a sensory spot called as crista, which will detect the pressure differences. Okay. The crista help in maintaining equilibrium. They can easily distinguish the difference between the pressure inside our body and outside the body. Okay. The vestibule has 2 sensory spots, macula of saccule and utricle. And yeah, so it is, you know, like these are, you can see over here. This is the utricle over here. This is the saccule over here. ये देखो, ये दो जो arrows है. Fine. So what is happening over here? See, the crista help in maintaining equilibrium. The vestibule has 2 sensory spots, macula of saccule and utricle. The macula consists of hair cells and supporting cells. So just like how the tectorial membrane was there having hair cells, the basilar membrane was having the hair cells, in the same way, here also there is going to be hair cells and the supporting cells. Okay. Tips of the hair and cilium project into the thick gelatinous sheath, otolithic membrane. Otto means balancing. Okay. So it's going to enter into the otolithic membrane. Within this membrane, minute particles called as otoliths or otoconia are secreted. These are made up of calcium carbonate and protein. The macula and crista are the receptors sensitive to the position of the head with respect to gravity. So that's what I told, that some people go off sleep on one side and again they come back to their normal position. It is because of this. Okay, it is because of the macula and the crista. The three semicircular canals are arranged such a way that movement in any plane can be detected by these cells and balance the posture of the body, and they will maintain the body posture. So to maintain our body posture, to maintain the head in place, to keep our, head balanced on our shoulders and neck, all these are going to be responsible. ठीक है? इसीलिए कभी कभी अगर कान में बहुत ज्यादा दर्द होता है बिकॉज ऑफ एनी रीजन, इन्फेक्शन और समथिंग ना, पीपल फील गिडी, दे फॉल डाउन, उनको गिडनेस आता है, बिकॉज सी पूरा इक्विलिब्रियम भी मिडिल ईयर में ही कॉन्सेंट्रेटेड है. ओके, इक्विलिब्रियम के हिसाब से. Receptors of dynamic balance lie in the crista of ampullae, while for static and linear balance, these are in the macula of utriculus and sacculus. So what is the most important point? See, dynamic balance lie in the cristae of the ampulla. Okay, while for linear balance का मतलब क्या होता है? What do you mean by this linear balance? To remain in a proper oriented position, okay, is going to be in the macula of utriculus and sacculus. So in this way, we balance our body precisely, especially the head region, because of these three semicircular canals along with saccule, utricle, and the otolith organ. Okay, here. Here very clearly now, you can see this. Ampulla of the semicircular ducts. 1, 2, 3. Fine. Endolymphatic sac is going to contain the endolymph. जैसे मैंने बताया था already, it contains the endolymph. Which is better, earphone or headphone? Headphone is any times better. I feel like that, rather than piercing something inside the auditory canal. Okay, look at this. Balancing, not hearing. Yeah, semicircular canal is only for balance. Okay, this is the organ of Corti, as you can see. This is going to be the basilar membrane with the hair. This is, अच्छा उन्होंने tympanic canal दिया है, इधर ही tympanic membrane होती है जो compress हो जाती है. Okay, so that's all with your ear as well. We have completed with ear also now. So eye is completed, ear is completed. Disorders of our system, that is the nervous system. Common जो है वही है दो. I'll just quickly complete in 5 minutes, and this particular portion, this particular chapter will also be done there. Physiological disorders, commonly called as mental disorders, are a wide range of conditions that affect the mood, thinking, or behavior. They affect multiple areas of life and create distress for persons suffering from it. Some of the major categories of psychological disorders are intellectual disability. Formerly, it was known as mental retardation. Now we don't say retarded. Okay. Autism spectrum disorder. You know, कोई बच्चे होते हैं वो ऑटिज्म के शिकार होते हैं. They are not having any, practically they are not going to be, like mentally retarded. No. Okay. They are normal. Okay. Autism spectrum disorder कहते हैं उसको. Bipolar disorders. There are many people who are bipolar. They think in, like a very, they feel that there are two identities, not one, basically. Depression, anxiety disorder, अटेंशन डेफिसिट हाइपर एक्टिविटी डिसऑर्डर, ये आजकल बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है. I don't know how many of you all are also belonging to this ADHD. Attention deficit. Whatever the teacher is saying, उसके पास attention जाता ही नहीं है तुम्हारा. हाँ, और हाइपर एक्टिविटी होती है किसी और ही चीज में. And stress related disorders. Yeah. They are shown in the Hollywood movies. Nothing, Rebaba. This is detected only when this becomes very persistent, when you don't follow a single word what is said around you. Don't worry, I'm just kidding. Okay. Well, we come to something serious, that is Parkinson's disease. Degeneration of dopamine producing neurons in central nervous system causes Parkinson's disease. Symptoms develop gradually over the years. Symptoms are tremors, stiffness, difficulty in walking, balance is lost, no coordination between the activities. I don't know if you have come across any people who are suffering from this Parkinson's disease. They're continuously trembling. They cannot keep, they cannot be restful. They are very restless. They'll keep on trembling. Their body will keep on shaking continuously. Okay, it's a very bad condition. Second, I know, some people do have this. Dopamine is going to be a neurotransmitter. We have done that in chemical coordination. Acetylcholine and dopamine, neurotransmitters, right? Yeah. Alzheimer's disease, it is most common form of dementia. Dementia is memory loss. You don't remember anything. That is called as dementia. Its incidence increases with the age, showing the loss of cognitive functioning, of thinking, remembering, reasoning, behavioral abilities, to such an extent that it interferes with the person's daily life and activities. It occurs due to loss of cholinergic and other neurons in the CNS. We have already talked about these two types of neurons. Accumulation of amyloid proteins. Sometimes, these proteins also form blockages, in fact. There is no cure for Alzheimer's, but treatment slows down the progression of the disease and may improve the quality of life. But there is no cure. I mean, to such an extent, I've seen old people who have properly eaten their food, and just 2 minutes after that, they say, you have not given me food only. आज मुझे क्या मतलब ऐसे ही मारना है क्या तुम्हें? ऐसे सुनते हुए मैंने खुद ने देखा है मेरे फ्रेंड्स की. My friend's daddy had this particular Alzheimer's disease, and she used to eat, and then she used to be full. Sometimes she used to say, how much time I'm going to eat? You have already given me my breakfast. Again, you're giving me. I don't want it. Sometimes she used to take bath 10 to 12 times a day. Ajji angol zali hai. We used to tell her. She never used to listen to her family. We used to tell her, you have already taken a bath. She used to say, no, I haven't taken a bath today. 10, 12 times in winter she used to take bath. Then she used to fall ill. It was like, it's a challenge to actually take care of such patients. But we don't have a cure to this. Okay? So, jab tak hai na, usko sambhalte rehna hai hame lifelong. Okay? तो ये जो Alzheimer's disease and all सब ये सब है ना बेटा, ये neurological disorders है. So you have to take care of your neurons. They cannot divide. And again, I'm repeating, to take care of the neurons, the surrounding cells needs to be taken care of. So give them good nutrition. They will provide, indirectly, they will provide the nutrition to your neurons and keep your neurons always activated. Okay? No cure for Parkinson's as well. There is no cure for neurological disorders. You can only delay or postpone the conditions from becoming very worst, but you can't have any cure for it. Fine. Chemical coordination has already been done with us. So we have already completed this chapter as well. That is nervous control and coordination has been done. And in the next class, I'll go ahead with the chapter called as locomotion. Okay. So with locomotion, your unit 5. Unit 5 will be completed once we complete locomotion. Okay? Chalo, bye. See you all. Enjoy your evening. I don't know if you have flying kites or something. I really don't know. But if you all are, enjoy. Okay? Bye. See you all.